I can't have Arena with Mimi because the whole point was to not be with, you know, people who would distract you.
Yeah.
And I can't have Arena with you
Yeah.
because that's a terrible idea.
And then later you put me with both of them.
No, that was
I
my decision.
I didn't do that.
Oh.
That was their decision. I was fully ready for me to remake the group so Cosmos can go fuck around with you guys, but you guys were like, no, let's keep the groups we already have, and since these two can't stay together, we'll take one and you take one. And I'm like, well, I guess it's just going to be Cosmos and Brandy and I doing everything while you guys can go fuck off into the wind.
Dude, we had such a great time together. Oh my god, I
kept
used
calling
so
me
much
Pookie.
charm magic. It was so fucking fun.
They kept fucking
I was
calling
doing
me.
political baits with fucking Choma the entire time, and poor Mimi was just being, you know, sent to the kid zone.
Dude, I wish you guys like would record that section because that's the section I really want to see.
Alright, I am live. I'm gonna talking game.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna go move down, so.
You're weaving me?
Unfortunately.
Yes. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, y'all should probably check. Can you guys go through the door?
Yep.
I need Brandy to check. Can you go through the door, Brandy?
Not that door,
Can you go through
dumbass.
the door, Brandy?
The other one.
Oh, sorry.
Can you go through
Hold
the
on.
door, Brandy?
My headphones just fell off, so I can't hear anything.
Can you
You
go through
mean-
that door, Brandy?
I
That
can't
one right there.
fucking hear
The
you.
one I've been
Oh.
pointing at. Can you go through the door? Just go
Alright,
through
hold on,
the
I'm
door.
just gonna go through the... Anyway.
Thank you. Fuck.
They're gonna come back.
What happened?
No, just wondering if you were gonna come back.
I should have stayed. No, we got a scene to do. Yes, can go through that door.
I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing, so I guess I'm gonna find out.
We're coming to talk about, recent shit with Kaleidoscope, and also ask if you could make something for us catching Isaiah, an anchor of some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we don't know you've been talking to him, so we're gonna basically inform you what you already know.
Yeah.
And you get to play dumb.
So act ignorant and clueless.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. Pretty much.
I understand why cats just want to claw stuff. Anyways.
Yeah.
Thank you for that bit of info.
I know.
Enjoy the rain, motherfucker.
I can't go outside from here, so we're just walking.
I'll be over here.
Okay.
You guys can just-
Okay.
I don't care.
Sounds good. Also, just, for reference, this is a house that's further down the River of the Glade. So.
Ah, the one that we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Cards up whenever.
I see.
Ready when you are. 3, 2, 1. I'm not
There we
made for
go.
these houses.
Just stand in the center. It's not all that bad. To be quite fair with you.
Speak for yourself.
See?
You don't gotta deal with horns.
Okay.
Tari,
Yeah, no.
are you, in?
Like I've...
Didn't find you at your, first place.
Well, Nami, I hope you don't mind that we came in.
I mean, I usually visit from time to time to go grab some apples.
Oh, so you just nonchalantly... Okay.
They offered. And I mean...
No, that's fair. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I feel weird Even though I do come over, I do feel weird barging in.
That's why I knocked. But then again, they probably didn't hear. It's kind of far.
Tari?
Oh, it's raining. Actually, I'm not doing this one.
Hi?
Hi. Is it a
Bonjour?
bad time?
No. What's up?
Well, wanted to stop by and talk for a bit about a couple things.
Okay.
Actually, how have you been doing?
Yeah, it's, been
Well enough.
a minute. That's good. Things been peaceful? No problems with the church?
No. I don't really, do anything with those areas if I can help it, so...
That's good.
Why? Did something happen?
Yeah, something like that. We, were, all out one day about a couple weeks ago, and... Oh, actually a month at this point, and they ambushed us. And, Jinzo and myself got taken.
How are you here then?
We were able to get out with some unexpected circumstances and help. It, wasn't easy, though. I guess, because of that, it's... The church and their activity has gotten a lot worse. It's, getting difficult.
I mean, I did kind of throw a big middle finger at them, to be quite fair.
Isn't your existence that?
Oh,
More so.
it's kind of like
You...
I was hiding the middle finger, and then I just slowly revealed it.
I think you should elaborate.
Yeah, I love
Um.
how vague you're being. It's like you want me
I'm
to
so-
ask.
I'm sorry.
Dramatic.
He does that sometimes.
I think it's because he's French.
Anyways, pretty much, we were trying to remove, well, we were working on removing Nashu's anchor. Succeeded after getting the things that we needed, the runic arrays. Then it was on to the more intricate parts, the blessings on it.
Mm.
Having to compete with blessings equivalent of a god, I, called on some power, vengeance, and pretty much spoke curses that would undo the anchors, but with that also inflict some rather harsh repercussions on the person who placed them there, and also what they followed, which wasn't exactly the best.
We got the anchor off, but Purity is really, really angry now.
Mhm.
Hence why what happened to me and Jinzo happened.
Good to know.
That actually does lead to a couple of other things. You still have Wolvenstone, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, we have discovered that the stones can change people into that specific race if they come into contact with it. It's something that the stone chooses. It's already happened to a few people.
Oh, okay, good to know. Alright.
Has Wolverine talked to you at all, out of curiosity?
You would have to define talking. It's more, intent and impressions. Because, that's what we are good at sensing.
Pull out Dorga stone. Well, each of the stones...
They both glow. And if you have fingers, that one's also glowing a little bit.
I feel like they're flickering at each other.
Yeah.
Hey, bitch.
I can absolutely.
I can almost see
just,
the
like,
lightning now.
Yeah.
In the dramatic shoot of one side the stone and the other side that stone.
Oh, that's
Well,
interesting.
That's loud.
Essentially, the stones, or the individuals inside of them, first, they have communicated with us in various ways. I know I haven't physically, face-to-face, spoken to Dorga, but he's sent me feelings before. Whereas Aspar has spoken to Fangir, face-to-face.
I'm scared to face him again. I forever and always will be at this point.
Was he really that intimidating?
No, it's what I did and what I am right now.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. But anyways, essentially, it's really up to Wolverine if there's an individual that he thinks is a good fit to have the stone. They'll eventually become another Wolven.
Got it.
And, speaking of which... there's a mild problem with that. Not necessarily with Wolverine, but just one of the stones in general. One of them fell into the wrong hands.
Oh.
The jury took the stone.
Okay, wait, surely not.
Yeah. They showed up to Rouen a couple of days ago. Or rather, about a little couple of weeks ago. Levirin ran into them. We weren't there. And...
Ruan?
Oh, right. Yeah, you haven't
We
gone
never
there
really
yet.
have shown them that place.
Well, it's probably not a good idea at this point. Rouen is a facility of sorts, an ancient one that we've been kinda gathering at. There are multiple gates and stuff that lead to it and lead to different places. It's interesting. Anyways, it's also where we can go to get mended. So, if anything happens, that's how you can, fix yourself.
Test subjects.
True.
If you walk in there, you are deemed a test subject.
There is an AI of sorts there. I don't really understand it all that well. That's called Rouen. That's there. But something happened over Halloween that made it so that, some of the access we had was limited. And it cost a lot. Nashu got hurt.
Does this have to do with the, architect?
Yeah. How do you...
At Halloween, I was one of the, protagonists.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus, I do know a bit about that, ancient species. At least I've, seen some of the ruins of their, stuff.
Really?
It was, a couple of years ago, but yeah.
Maybe that's something we can bring up with the others. Might be good to check those out again.
I don't think it'd be a good idea for you to go.
Why not?
Because it's in a desert.
Oh?
Why did I feel like I saw this coming? Where it involved heat of some sort?
No.
Yeah.
You
But
brought
what,
me.
you-
I
I
still
don't think anyone-
haven't forgotten when you decided to bring me to Katesh.
Why would he bring you to Kantesh?
We had to speak to a spirit.
I forgot he was just stupid.
Fatal error in judgment.
Be fatal, alright.
Anyways. Continuing on, the jury, or Isaiah, as they're called, showed up, and sure enough, they, well, actually, pull out the phone, again, big font, and shows the picture that was sent. Now, Levirin didn't know, in their defense, because she's the only one who had never seen him in person. So he was able to go in, mend himself, and leave. But,
The executioner is much more memorable anyway.
yeah, honestly, the only reason I knew what he looked like was because he was the one that actually orchestrated me and Jinso getting taken. But anyways, what we don't understand is why Shishan would have wanted to turn him, of all people, into a Zhanshi. It just doesn't make any logical sense. Is there any way you think you could ask Wolverine if they might know something, like why they are the other fire element.
I mean, I can try. I already told you that he doesn't use words so much as intent and impression.
Is he puzzled or confused in any way?
No. From the impression I'm getting from it, something about surviving.
That really doesn't tell us much.
I mean, if any of you paid any attention to your stones, you would know that each one of them has their whole ideals and stuff.
Yeah, Jishan never communicated to any of us before this, so we don't know any of his. And unfortunately, the last Janshi we knew isn't around anymore.
Well, there it is. Cares about survival.
It's...
Or you could always go figure out what that species cares about. Maybe that'll give you the right answers.
maybe. We have some clues already from when Sembu was around, so that could be good to reference back on. But we all talked about it, and we want to get the stone back. If, you know, he really is a Jianshi now, he's gonna eventually have to come back to Rouen to get repaired. And we want to be ready.
So you're going to kill him?
What?
Not at first. Eric's wanted to kill him. I wouldn't have minded personally, but I think Nashu and some of the others wanted to see what could be done since, well, unfortunately, he is the only Jianshi at this point. So, I think the goal at the moment is to capture him.
And then what?
Go from there. Figure out, you know, if there's any point in keeping him alive, I guess. Honestly.
With this group of people, that doesn't instill me with much confidence.
I mean, it's still the jury.
I'm guessing you have no faith in your ancestors then.
I mean, I do want to know why. Of all people, them, before anything. And
You want to know why to sate your own curiosity, not that you actually trust their judgments.
correct?
I mean, I'm not doubting their choices.
It seems quite clear you are.
I never. We want to understand, and I sure as hell imagine if we try to approach him, he's going to scurry off.
I wonder why.
I mean, it's not like he's killed countless lives before.
It's not like you
Now
haven't
he's stuck
killed.
like the.
What I am saying is, it seems like you are going to grab them in their weakest, hold them, torture them, sate your curiosity, and then kill them. Because you want to know why that they were picked, but you don't care that they were.
I mean, when you put it like that, you have a point. But the others have lost everything because of them. I know. They don't see it
I'd like
the way
to
you
point
do.
out that I am the last wolfen left. If he was picked by our species ancestors after everything, then maybe, just maybe, there's a good reason why. That you all seem fit to throw away. You care not for the intent. If he was picked for this, then let it be so. But to take away that stone from him right now? Do we know what that will do to them?
I mean, not really. I mean, actually,
Did
I
you
do.
become this in one day?
No. But another individual that was changed by one of these stones did mention that they didn't want to part from it.
If that's the case, then it further proves my point.
I get it.
When did you all decide to become the monsters they said you were?
At this point, it's not really our decision with what's been decided. at the very least, majority of us are willing to figure out things first before any other action, whereas, Eric's was more wanting to kill them as soon as they saw them.
Then they're ignorant. I disagree with the statement. There's nothing I can do now. It's already decided. It's out of my hands. It's not that you can't do something, it's that you won't. You all wouldn't tell me this stuff without reason.
I don't know if there's a point in asking you, since you have a very strong stance on it at this point. So
Asking me what?
if you could make something to help us catch him.
And do what exactly?
I guess. Sorry, say that last part again.
And do what exactly?
Help us. It would help us catch him and get the stone back.
To kill him.
It's a possibility, yeah. There's also the possibility that we let him live, too.
I know what possibility means. And your thoughts on this prince?
Honestly. It's more so just the fact of making them understand what they did.
Speak up.
It's making them understand what they did.
You say it like
It's
they
not
don't
like we can
already
very-
understand. And if it was in reverse?
If they were to take
Something
you and
they
try
did.
to make you understand your actions, are you not aware of them?
That doesn't change the fact they've been done.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it's the fact that one, taste of their own medicine, to...
So this is an eye for an eye situation. Why did I think you would know any better?
You are vengeance's champion.
Right.
I'll give you all one option. I'll make an item that can be used to keep yourselves safe. They may do no harm to you all, but in return you'll do no harm to them. You want to understand and sate your curiosity? That is your one and only chance.
Better than nothing.
Okay.
But if I find that any of you decided to use the opportunity to take that stone and possibly torture or kill them, if I find that you pester and pester just to get answers and then disregard, I will shatter you where you stand, using that metal on your little chess piece.
For a second, for you and you, the metal
Pieces are going to press into you just a little bit.
is that understood?
Understood.
Verbal, Rivka.
Understood.
Good.
This will take about a moment.
A month?
A moment.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
I feel like I did something wrong.
Sometimes we can be wrong about things. That's just how it is.
Is it
We get lost
wrong
in
to
our way
hate?
of thinking.
Was it wrong to wish a bit of harm on him? Because now I don't know what to think.
Rivka, hating someone, feeling spite. It's a feeling nonetheless that is there. Sometimes you can't avoid feeling it. It's learning how to work through that. It is a good feeling to keep yourself wary. Be smart. You can't have your arms out and open. But you can't always have a dagger at someone's throat. Gets you nowhere. Anything gets you killed quick. Am I wrong?
They're holding a metal orb. You throw it.
Okay.
Wolfren will be very angry if you all kill his friend's chosen.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll tell them.
Is that all?
What's Faye been doing? How's Kai?
Better now that they're staying out of trouble.
That's good to hear. Don't worry. How's Oliver? Actually,
A woman.
has he been doing okay? Yeah, I saw that happen. That's a whole
Yeah,
thing. But is he doing better now? You know,
she's doing fine.
And it's Ollie right now.
right.
Is this another thing you didn't tell us about?
He does that a lot, doesn't he?
A little bit.
Or she. Maybe it should speak
Honest-
up more.
It.
Yeah. You like using multiple pronouns. You're welcome.
It seems distressed.
I'm
You know,
not against it,
that whole thing I saw with
but I
both of
don't
your
like
guys'
what's giving off.
rocks, I feel like that's what's happening here.
I'm just trying my best not to do anything
Using metal
stupid.
manipulation, they're going to pull you back.
Into the rain a bit. Just.
No. No.
Right. Because why would I do such a thing? I'm better than that.
And off the edge into
The water. Goodbay.
You...
Just straight
the yeah,
to the reflection.
just
Was that necessary?
very. It made me feel better. Reach over the side into a little basket. It's gonna toss you a gold apple.
Thank you. Am I still okay to stop by?
Yeah. I'm upset with your group, as I don't believe your actions are fair. But you're a kid.
I won't lie when I said that I did feel a little vindictive towards him. He was trying to kill me or turn me into something far worse.
As someone who is capable of feeling the intent of others, I have to feel the evilness inside people every day. Just walking down the street is a task. Some seem good and are bad. Some seem
Bad and are good.
there is always more sides of the story. Your group just doesn't seem to want to know them. Learn it first, and then make a decision.
I don't know. If I give this to somebody else, I don't know if they'll use it.
Find someone who will then.
Thank you. Sorry, this visit wasn't the, most, nicer one. Promise it won't be so somber next time.
I sort of expect it when the royal dipshit shows up.
He's getting a little better. He's trying.
Trying's not always good enough.
He still has a long way to go, yeah, but
Then we'll see then, okay?
mm. Okay. I'll leave you to it then. I'm sorry, I'm not made for your house.
Yeah, you're a little tall.
Yeah. See you around.
Yeah.
Might as well join him in the reflection. He leaves.
Now in a sense, is S4 around? Or do you leave?
It's kind of just sitting in the river.
Okay, since he's not around, I'm gonna whip out my phone and start texting the details to Isaiah.
Oh,
You're
what are you sending me?
Hey, got visited. They know. Here's what they were going to do. Here's what I gave them. I have multiple fail-safes. Good luck.
Little, the typing bubble will appear, and he will, say, I figured as much when they caught me in their little split, place. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I'll keep it in mind next time I have to go there.
Okay. same.
Yeah.
That's all she's doing.
Yeah.
That went against Tari's morality.
Oh, yeah. Which I really find interesting. Like, you know, Tari has probably arguably been through one of the worst, you know, things that the church has done, you know, to the group in general.
Yes.
And the fact that she doesn't have much hatred for Isaiah is really interesting. It confused Rivka a bit, but at the same time, he knows that you're a very kind person at heart, so.
Kindness is her fucking weakness.
Yup. Rivka thought he was like, he did something wrong and was like, now in his mind he was like, she's probably not gonna want me to come back.
No, it's not that she didn't want him to come back. It's just, once again, that goes against her whole morality shit of, well, A, they're a woven pack. Pack, family.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a part of her that does recognize the races as, some, you know, loose associates, and since there's so little of us, it's like, she will do a lot for those she sees as her own. Either friends, family, all that kind of stuff. And after meeting you, she's already come to the conclusion on, it is a situation of both sides did evil, but they did it with good intent. You just need to be given a chance. And it sounds like the others are not willing to give you that chance. You being separated from that stone could do terrible things, and we don't know what. They're going to kill you, they're going to torture you, all that kind of stuff, when you're already struggling. And so, like, Tari's, no, fuck that. I love the line, when did you guys become the monsters they said you were?
Rivka physically flinched at that.
Yeah, I saw Esper turned away. Esper looked away, I was like, ooh. She's not wrong, because that's really fucking cruel.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
yeah, I understand. It's quite literally they're doing an eye for an eye situation, but an eye for an eye makes the world blind. But what can I expect? They're literally vengeance's champion. This is their entire shit.
Yeah. Honestly, like, Rivka can see, because of, you know, his background, he can understand your point, but at the same time, he also understands the others see things very black and white when it comes to the church.
She can understand why, but at the same time, she does have more perspective of grays, just because she was the black sheep, ironically enough, of the family, of the pack, so she understands that it's not just a us versus you mentality. That's not how it works. If that's how you see things, that gets you killed. And plus the whole, once again, pack thing. She's had the stone for a while. Our ancestors bring us wisdom, and you guys, especially like Nashu and Jinzu, them, they're like, you know, well, especially Nashu, they're traditional and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, the words of their ancestors, they follow their teachings and all that kind of stuff. But then we have the situation where one of the ancestors literally picked this little fucking twink, and then you guys are basically shitting on that. And she's like, okay, that's fucking hypocritical. It's either you believe in them, or you don't. Do you think that these ancestors of yours would have picked this little dumb dipshit if it wasn't for a good fucking reason?
Hey, I'm not dumb. Quite intelligent, I have, you know.
And I'm quite intelligent. You are socially inept.
Okay, listen. He was. If you put him next to fucking Tiana, they are polar opposites.
You are socially inept.
Yeah, she was the more outgoing one.
You have the social grace of a fucking bugbear. Thoughts, Randy?
You've been quiet.
I've been thinking. It's true though.
Yeah?
So here's the dilemma. I can't be Rivka and Isaiah at the same time when that happens. So
I know.
I need to give the fucking thing to somebody. But the problem is, I
Yeah, that's the
genuinely do not know who I can give it to.
That's up to you. That's the thing. That's why I gave it to you instead of Esfar, because I was like, you know what? You get to pick who gets it. You get to figure it out. If you don't have someone that you can give it to you, find someone you can. Rivka's got to talk to people and figure out who he could trust to do that.
Yeah. Eric's is a no.
Yeah. No.
There is also the thing, which could put Rivka in trouble, is he could say,
Yeah.
oh, this is the thing, throw it here, it will do this. He could just lie about what it does.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing what it does, like I said. So when you throw it, when it collides, it will become like a liquid metal. So it will turn to a liquid, splash over, and then wrap around either like as a necklace or a bracelet or a ring, just some kind of like bangle, and then tighten. So it's on. It's on. And it's similar enough to Leo's thing, where it's like, you will not be able to harm them. So you're not going to be able to fight them. You're not going to be able to throw magic at them. But vice versa, if they, have any intent to harm you, you're free fucking game to go after them. They want to do eye for an eye, that is exactly what that will do. If they try to hurt you, you get to hurt them.
Yeah, I can defend
Since
myself.
you fucking love eye to eye, you motherfucker. You want to do that? You want to be vengeful? Well, here's your fucking vengeful.
Okay.
So as long as their only intent is to understand, to talk with you, then you must talk back.
Yeah.
Your bangle is going to work like a reflection on how they treat you. It's literally a mirror. So if they cause the intent to harm, you will harm them back. If they try to talk or help, you will help them back. But you have to. That's the thing, though. That's the kicker. So they don't get to attack and you're being like, oh, I'll just take it. No, you have to attack back. Or if they want to talk, you have to talk. Now, the safety measure is Tari can see through this and can control this. So at any point she'd be like, yeah, no, that's done, and you could fuck off.
Yeah, and then I'd be allowed to leave.
Yeah. At any point in time, she gets to watch what they do. Of course, I'm not going to mention that part, or the fact that I could control your body and do whatever I want, but
Yeah, scary.
that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
That's why I love making things for this fucking group. Eswar still has that thing I made him. Eswar still has something I made them, so at any point I could technically take control of Eswar.
Yeah.
Technically.
I'm slowly
Honestly,
expanding my empire.
honestly, the only person, like, the only two people that I could think of Rivka potentially trusting with this is Laviren or Jinzo.
Jinzo is fucking tortured as well, so that's
I
why
know.
I'm interested in seeing that one.
I know. The thing is, though, while Jinzo is indeed, like, angry, he is also very, in my opinion, I think he's quite understanding.
Mm-hmm. I think you should talk to them and touch base with the situation and see who's the best option.
Yeah. Either or, honestly.
Jinzo for compassion or Laviren for ignorance.
Yeah. Because, I mean, all Laviren really knows is what has been told to them and what's been seen. They haven't experienced that firsthand. So there's that.
But they eat up every word.
Mm-hmm.
That's the downside. Also worse. Alright, let's play the game. Which one's this voice mod?
Alright, let's figure it out. That's Nishi's. Okay.
It's the Schnoik. Brandy, are you good?
Yeah. Oh, the headphones fell off. What was said?
I was just saying if you were good.
Are you falling asleep again?
No. It's not falling asleep, it's thinking. It's where I'm just sitting there contemplating my choices.
My shit's not loading. Please. I'll rejoin world, hold on.
Yeah.
Y'all have fun.
Yeah. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah.
Boy.
You waiting on the invite? I thought they placed a portal.
Oh no, they were just rejoining. Because their model wasn't loading. If you want to say bye to them, you can.
They will.
We're gonna get music.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need Batman.
Honestly, I might have Isaiah receive that text message during the scene.
Hey, I'll
It's
How-
died,
oh.
so I'm gonna just get off.
ask how Brandy's doing.
Oh, their headset died.
Alright, see you, Brandy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Right back to looking for my music. Let's see.
I got my sad shit on, so I'm good. So I'm thinking, do I want to be coming home, or do I want to have or do I want to imply that I had gone home and just fucking fallen asleep, and then I'm waking up?
Curl up somewhere.
Honestly, yeah, I would have probably gotten home and then just curled up, so... But, or at least try to sleep. But
Real.
not with too much luck.
Look at this little guy.
He's
He ain't functioning.
he's going through it. Oh. Hey, buddy. Hi, Poppy. Hello. What's your matter? Hey, watch
God,
the
I
cord.
hate dogs.
Oh, he's cute.
I don't care.
He's very well behaved.
I still don't care. I still hate dogs. that changes nothing.
Don't, no. Do not sit on my pillow. Well, you're clean now, so I suppose it's fine, but still, I sleep there. I know.
Cats are better.
I mean, I like cats, they're cute, but, you know, I've always wanted a dog.
Right. Oh, load, please. Please.
Please.
Yeah, that works well enough. Should I be you-sized?
That's up to however, you know, you're appearing. I mean, I'm gonna be, you know, waking up, so.
Come, dear bitch boy, we have shit to do. Let me get the door open.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly probably going to be in that little cubby area.
Ah, you're in the cubby or on the bed?
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be right here actually.
Bed.
Yeah.
Should I mention that your sense of smell has drastically increased?
Noted.
Enjoy smelling her everywhere.
That's, way to fucking put salt in the wound.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
So, also, my right arm is totally not here.
Yeah.
How painful was that? Did I sell that well?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But no blood.
Obviously.
You don't need to bleed. Anyway, let me just... Tell me, does this sound more like him?
Yes. Perfect.
Perfect. Alright. I am... sort of ready enough.
Okay.
You may begin whenever.
Yep. What time is it?
Believe it or not, not that late.
Hey. Sorry, you startled me.
You do not seem to be coping well.
I wonder what gave that away. Did you just recently appear, or?
When you were getting closer to wakefulness, that is when I decided to make an appearance.
I was practically awake for the most part.
So will this be your plan for the near future?
What do you mean?
Find somewhere, crawl up, be depressed, find another spot, crawl up, and do so again and again. Is that the intent?
What else am I supposed to do for the time being that I have to wait and see if, she and Kane fucking live?
Not completely fall apart for one.
I don't know what else to do. I can't get to the shard. There's nothing to look into.
Yet you don't take care of yourself.
I mean,
You are a mess.
yeah, I am. Thanks for noticing. I don't know if it's, maybe my lack of arm, or the fact that, shit went completely wrong and we were fucking led astray, or the fact that, my best friend is stuck somewhere with a bunch of people who have been turned into killing machines. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah.
You act as if the entire world has stopped.
Maybe it has. It's. You think, my world would stop getting flipped, after the first time, right? Or maybe the second time. No? Third time's a charm? What else is new?
So you pick yourself back up and try again.
There's no guarantee she'll get out of there, so what's the point? Up until...
The point is to survive, obviously. To live. As I said before, you are a mess. You are sleep deprived once again. You have not showered in a long time, nor changed your clothes. You've barely fed yourself. You are not doing okay. And furthermore, it appears you have no intent to do any of these things in the near future. Do you not have faith in their capabilities? Is that it?
It's not that. It's just... I can't stand the fact that I can't do anything about it, that I just have to wait. I'm not the type of person that just waits around for things to happen. If I have to be doing something.
Then do something.
I don't know what else I can do. The easiest option, if it was possible, was to go straight to that shard and get them out myself if I could help it.
But when has it ever been easy? Isaiah, you are a smart kid.
Not
Things
smart
went
enough.
wrong, and now you are breaking down. Now, if you listened, this is the best we're going to get. What has happened has happened. Now you must move forward. And to do so, you can't be like, oh, goodbye. You can't be like this. You will get nothing done if this is the state you are in. You are not to go in there to retrieve them, but that does not mean you cannot make an effort to assist in their escape.
How? I don't know anything else beyond making a portal and going in there. I don't know anything about technology or corporations or any of this shit. It's completely foreign territory to me. I don't know the first thing I can do.
One about the shards. Portals are convenient, but they are not the only way you can cross over. You can walk there. How else do you think they are to get out?
Getting in isn't gonna be as easy either.
You don't need to get in. You simply need to let them get out. What sort of state do you believe they'll be in when they get out?
I'm not there. I fear the worst with Amelia. For however long
So
she...
when they get out, I repeat, what state do you believe they will be in?
Not the best, probably.
And when that time comes, they will need support. They could need to be mended, fixed, physically or mentally. So do that. You worry about them, but from how you're acting, it appears you've convinced yourself they're already dead. Do you believe them to be so incapable?
No.
Then stop acting as such. Lest you forget, they do have Doka with them. Who, despite what they act like, has many years' experience. I have full faith they will make it out. What state I cannot say. But what is important is what comes after. That will decide life or death. If they are fragile when they come out, who's to say they will make it back here? You need not know about companies. I would recommend seeing where that shard ends. Watching the fissure and cracks. Planning out which routes they could take to leave and keep an eye on those. And all the while, learn to fucking mend. As you had been planning to do.
Yeah.
Your arm is of no current concern.
Yeah, I don't have the pieces, I know. Not even sure I'll get
Nor
them
do we
back.
have the material to replace it. Another thing to look for at some point, but not now.
And that does remind me, do you think... I know you can't help with the arm right now, but...
And yeah, he's going to begin to mend. It feels hot. I do not like that one.
Yeah. Me neither. I don't know what his fucking deal is. I don't like what he said either. It's concerning. The wound, it was just a bite, right? Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Can't ever be
His
too sure.
actions. I do not like this individual. They are chaotic, untrustworthy, but they seem to be a capable foe. They were only playing with you. That bite is not that deep. If anything, that was a tease.
They've been toying with me from the start.
That bite on a human between those teeth would be your main artery. He could have very well clipped it if he wanted to, but he didn't. A threat.
He could have killed me the first time. Didn't. Instead, he dropped me off in front of the root technology building. I don't know what... I don't know what he thinks or what's going through his head or why he's so for some fucking reason apparently interested or amused by messing with me.
Who is to say? Regardless, though, to do any of what we have planned, first you must take care of your own needs. You aren't degrading.
Yeah, I know.
I understand that you miss them a lot. It shows. You enter the place where her scent is the strongest. But you need to maintain yourself if you are to be of any use to them. You need to survive.
Yeah. Honestly, the others were right. I need to stop being so prideful all the damn time. I've dealt with many things and many individuals before. Avedon, this whole ordeal, it's nothing I've ever had to deal with during my time as jury. And it's like my very existence and him are like an antithesis of each other almost. He's everything I despised. I don't like losing, though.
Sometimes you need to lose. Defeat is the best teacher that I have found. It is only through loss you can gain. As you have seen.
Yeah. Story of my life.
You are a very depressing individual.
Not normally.
I have not seen you otherwise.
Well, to be fair, you saw me as or at least met me as an individual who was trying to build himself back up from, 20 years of something.
I mean, even when you were part of the church.
I don't think I was unhappy with what I was doing. It was an honor.
is like a child happy with their new toy while their parents were arguing in the next room. They're happy because they do not know any better. They do not see the picture. Do you define that as true happiness? The ignorance that coats it. These memories you hold fondly.
Excluding any of the church stuff. Those moments and memories I had with my mother and my sister were anything but ignorant. I cherish those deeply.
I suppose in moments of normalcy, that I would believe to be true. But can you say that holds for the rest? Happy moments of you on duty, slaying others that were deemed to be unpure, unfit. Do you still classify those as happy memories? Now knowing that you might have been wrong.
I don't know.
One day you'll have to decide.
I'm not looking forward to that day.
The glasses get removed. When the veil lifts, ignorance becomes clarity, and you look back at your actions. Those that experience it never look forward to that day. They're never ready for it. Until it is that moment. These words are my warning to you. Prepare. It might be closer than you originally assumed.
Sorry, dog is behind me. Puppy, go away.
Slap.
I know.
Slap it.
I know. Go away.
Slap it.
I'm not slapping my dog.
Slap the fucking dog.
No. I'll give him a gentle nudge. Anyways.
I'll give him a very harsh slap.
Mm-mm.
I'll get him to run.
No.
Fucking rats.
Anyways.
Vermin.
To be honest, the biggest thing that I'm really not looking forward to is running into them again. I don't know. I never wanted this to be a choice. But I don't know if that choice would be me or purity.
I believe it is much worse if it remains unresolved. It is the not knowing that hurts more.
I mean, that day could also be, my end dependent. So who knows?
Would you welcome it?
expect it.
That is not my question.
If there's anybody
If
else,
that day came, if that day did come, and they were to attempt to end your life, would you welcome it? That is my question.
if it's entirely her making that decision to do so, then yes.
Disgraceful.
I'm not gonna fight my sister.
You do not have to fight. You simply have to survive.
I'm not gonna make her choose.
You might not give her that choice. To accept death so easily.
She's the only one I'd accept death for.
You still have much to learn.
Maybe I do. Maybe that's just my human perspective, though.
Strange creatures.
It's a text from Tari. Huh. She said that she got visited by some of the others, Espar and Rivka. Said that they had informed them about what had happened, and well, they do know, and yeah, I figured. They wanted to ask her to make something to catch me next time I go to Rouen. Likelihood with the intent to eventually kill me. Though, she said she gave them something else that works a little different. Something that will protect me from them, but also ensure that as long as I'm safe, so will they be. Interesting. Fuck it. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting her to do that.
You're not used to kindness.
Not from them.
From them. The unpure races, you mean?
Yeah. Then again, Tari is, I suppose, an exception. They're
It is that line of thinking that will lead you to your death. Or have we not learned yet? They're the exception. They're the nice one. They're the one that you see humanity in. Thinking like that will get you nowhere.
And yet at the same time, she still chose to look past everything I've done.
Exactly. This has nothing to do with their race. Stop seeing them as the races. See them as people. You'll get farther. Bless you, I think you just sneezed.
I didn't. Sorry.
You just twitched a bit, and I'm like, was that supposed to be something? Was that not? No, that was a bit too quick. Ah, he sneezed, and then he sneezed again.
Yeah, I did it twice. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Stairs, what the fuck is he doing?
Anyways. Noted. Something I gotta work on with others as well, it seems.
Along with your social abilities.
What's wrong with my social abilities?
You've almost been in multiple fights with your teammates. Every time you see them.
I'm not trying to start fights. It's just the shit that they say.
You're not trying to start fights, but you still end up in fights. You cannot say it's all of them when, without fail, you are involved.
I'm
Do they have
involved.
fault in this? Yes. But you are not exactly a socialite.
Well, of course not. I've never been a socialite. That's just how I've been. I've never
Have you
liked...
tried being less of an asshole?
Okay, I am actively trying. I have been, believe it or not. Believe me, I could be a lot
And I applaud
worse.
you. You are less of an asshole than you were before.
Uh-huh.
But you are still an asshole.
I like to think I'm a little realistic, alright?
Yes, a realistic asshole. See how that goes. I'm sure if you use that computer, you can look up how to make friends.
I didn't need any growing up, because all of the other people just...
You didn't need any. You say when you killed multiple people. Surrounded by churchgoers, literally a cult.
I wasn't a
Also,
social...
as a workaholic that worked every day and did paperwork and
Because
all that
I
fun.
fucking enjoyed it, alright? Look, I
Yeah, that's
didn't...
the point. You need to learn how to socialize. You're working with people. So learn to work with people, not alter them. If you cannot get on their level, if you cannot see things from their perspective, there will always be a distance.
It's a little hard to see things from their perspective when they're doing constantly stupid shit all the damn time.
I'm not saying they're not. That's never been my intent.
Yeah, and it's a little hard to work with a bunch of idiots sometimes. Believe me, I had to do it for fucking 20 years.
Congratulations. The world is filled with them. So get used to working with them and socializing. I believe you've already been told at this point. You're going to see the same people over and over.
Yeah,
Better
that's...
to make allies than enemies.
Well, I've already fucked that up, haven't I, with Abaddon? Look, don't...
That can't be helped. That one deserves to be an enemy.
Well, I'm glad we agree on that.
They are a bit of a, bitch.
Yeah, I can, yeah. We can definitely agree on that one. They are a bitch that deserves to die in a hole. And,
But you need to learn to socialize. Get more charisma, perhaps. It would do you well.
I am not the charisma type. Alright, look,
Do you understand what the word means?
charming, you know, able to socialize, extroverted, outgoing, that is nothing. You don't think I've tried? You don't think Tiana has made me go outside and play with other people?
And touch grass, I believe she's tried, yes.
Yeah, didn't go well. It just wasn't for me. I was always a quiet kid. From the minute I met them to now.
And yet you somehow still manage to piss off people. I applaud your skill.
Uh-huh. I piss people off by telling them the truth, how it is. Yeah, cool.
Your truth, not the truth. There's a difference.
When I tell them that this is going to be a stupid idea and they go along with it anyways.
But you don't tell them why. You don't explain it.
Yes,
you say about
okay.
dumb.
Don't you fucking shush me.
You do not explain it in the proper terms.
Do I
When
need...
you say that is a stupid idea, you are being very demeaning. Your word choice leads you to act like you are higher than others, like you are the one in charge, like you're the one that knows more. If you treat others you are working with on a evil living playing field, they're not going to like you.
Look, I was willing to tolerate them. I wasn't expecting them to like me back, because I know that they're not gonna like me back or agree with everything that I say or do.
That is not the point. The point of the matter, Isaiah. You act like you are above them. Subconsciously it may be, or perhaps it is a conscious effort. I care not. Regardless, that is how you come off, a condescending asshole. That is not going to make you allies. You will gain no respect that way. It does not matter if you are right. If you word things in such a fashion, you could have the correct answer. You could show the correct answer. You could point them towards it. But they will always turn away.
And if they don't listen.
They're not going to listen because that's the same thing that fuels you. Spite. You are spiteful. It goes along with your pride. Am I incorrect?
You're not. But it's when these things lead to outcomes that could have been avoided. Even if I do theoretically tell them, you know, give them the right answer or point them in a direction and they still don't do it and it leads to somebody getting hurt, something wrong happening, or worse, someone dying. Even when it could have been
Do you know
avoided.
why they didn't listen? Because you acted like they were stupid. Like they were children. You disregard their opinions. It doesn't matter if the answer is right. They have no reason to listen. You have not given one. If you cannot show them any respect, why should they give you theirs?
I wasn't ever asking for their respect.
Respect is the only way you'll get them to cooperate. It need not be respect in you. It could be respect in your abilities, in your mind. But there's none. If you are to be an asshole, as you so clearly are, then there needs to be respect for something, for them to go along with your words. But that has not been showcased.
So do I need to prove myself?
You either need to fucking listen to them, to explain what you are thinking, to not disregard them, or yes, you need to prove yourself. Regardless, if you are to take any form of leadership, if you are to point a direction, they need to have trust in your abilities. It is why they listened to a child instead of you.
I'll work on it.
Turn it on. How to Make Friends 101.
I hate that you wasted energy just so you could fucking turn on the PC.
You clearly need it,
I could have done that myself.
but you wouldn't.
And you're the one who's saying I need to, conserve your energy, and then you do shit like that.
Perhaps don't give me a reason to then.
I'll look at that in a second. Go get some food. You can come there. That's what I thought.
Just pop my leg so fucking loud.
I heard that.
Sound like a fucking golf ball.
Can't believe I'm actually craving these, but still gonna pull out the egg carton.
Ah, yes, eggs.
Crunch.
Crunch.
Why the fuck does some of the shit I have to do involve eating other salamanders?
Because you're salamander.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that salamanders are cannibals.
That seems like a you problem.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, fuck. Where the hell is that cat? Have they been... Yeah, they're somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, you know, the cat is just sitting up there in the fucking corner. You walk in, multiple eyes stare, it's just black. You blink your eyes, it's a regular cat.
You know, I'm like 60% certain that that's not a regular fucking cat, but no matter what, whenever I fucking bring it up to fucking Amelia, she's just like, oh no, it's a cat, it does cat things, and then she acts like she's a cat sometimes when she gets small. It's fucking
I'm
weird.
quite certain that that is not a regular cat, as has a tendency to stare at me.
It's that you fucking say that to me now? You couldn't have pointed that out much fucking sooner.
You didn't ask.
It's that same fucking shit that you did again last time. I could say many
Have we
things.
not learned our lesson yet?
I could say many things right now, but I'm holding my tongue. Just because of what the fuck we just talked about up there.
Well, as we've seen, holding your tongue is what got you into that mess. Maybe if you have questions, you should ask them.
Shut. Just
You
shut.
would think that would give you answers. It's almost like that's what questioning leads to.
I
But
fucking
what
get
do
it.
I know?
I fucking get it, alright?
Of course, Isaiah.
Don't fucking patronize me.
Patronize.
Yeah. Patronize. Yeah.
Patronize.
Shut it.
Also, was that an accent
No.
that I heard?
No.
Yes? I thought that your mother and sister were the only ones with that drawl.
When I lived with them for 20 years, so I was eventually gonna pick it up. I choose not to do it unless I'm around them. You know, I talk like this because it sounds more eloquent, more, decisive. It's a choice. I guess because of everything, I'm slipping up a bit.
I enjoy that accent coming from you. It gives you more personality. You are severely lacking.
There's nothing wrong with how I talk.
I do not mean with how you talk. I'm saying you lack personality. That helps.
The only difference with that accent and how I talk now is just the drawl. I still say the same things like the way I do. I still speak as eloquently as I can, and I don't use the slang like Tiana does. And I don't do it all the time. That's the difference. I don't understand how the way I talk gives me more personality.
You seem less dull.
It's like I'm talking to Tiana.
From you, I will take that as a compliment, even though you are comparing me to the executioner.
She's called me dull before.
Perhaps it is your grey appearance.
I can't. I was born like this. What do you want me to do?
Silver hair, silver eyes, silver robe. All grey. At least now you have this to give you color. And of course, the scales.
Yeah. The silver robes, were a gift.
You look like you have more personality now. Like I said, the accent helps.
I'm not talking. Fuck. I'm not. I only talk in that accent around them.
So why are you talking it around me?
Because it's hard to, it's an active choice that I usually have to make, like when I'm talking to people, and I guess with everything that's gone on, my head's a little scrambled. Out of character, is Amelia's laptop sitting here?
Yep.
So I'm just gonna scoot this over.
Ah, yes, more paperwork.
Well, considering the company's CEO is currently MIA, someone's got to keep up with the work. And that's just what I happen to be good at. I can probably get these done in like an hour or two. How would you suggest I go about learning how to mend, by the way?
You know how to heal, correct?
One of my best magics.
And that can start as a premise. Tell me, how do you cast that spell? What is it that you are envisioning?
It really depends on the wound. If it's a bruise, I'm usually channeling the magic to soothe it. If it's a cut or an open wound, I push the blood back and then stitch the wound with magic. If it's a broken bone, I manipulate the magic to put the bones back together and heal the cracks.
Heal. What do you mean by heal?
Well, bone, it's a hardened material. I guess when I say heal, I guess it's filling in that lack of marrow of material.
There you go.
Huh.
Mending is not supposed to be used for something big. It is taking what is broken and filling the cracks. Small. Think of it like glue or some such. Ah yes, take her house ornaments and break them.
Fix it. That's the point of this. If I can't fix a vase, how am I supposed to fix myself and her? He's just gonna chip a little piece off the top. He'll carefully put it back.
Out of character, the temptation for you when you were like, he chips a little piece off the top. I was this close to walking over, just fucking smashing it into million pieces, and be like, you're gonna learn.
I would have been so fucking pissed off at you.
I still have temptation.
Don't you dare.
He's gonna do it at some point.
Okay.
At some point while you're learning, be like, I got it. He's like, great, smash, do it again.
Okay. So he's gonna he's gonna put the piece back, you know, kind of put it in place, and then he's going to envision, you know, filling that crack in with the material, using his mana to try and fill it in. May I roll for this?
Yep.
Okay. Just a regular roll?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
You try to fill it in, and you have mana covering, like, in between the cracks, but the piece just falls off.
Fuck.
There's nothing to actually hold it there.
He's gonna do it again and try and put some mana in to keep it together. It's going to attempt one more time. That's a 5. Fuck me.
Okay, you once again do so. You have mana in between the cracks, holding it together, and it's holding it together, but you still see the crack. There's still a crack there. You can still sense the mana on it. You're all supposed to mend it,
Yeah,
not use it like tape.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Alright.
How does the material hold itself together?
It's a clay vase. Or a ceramic vase.
Then how does each bit of the ceramic hold itself together? Break it down to its bare structure. Understand that what you are doing is a manual form of mending.
Manual.
There is manual, the magic form, and then there is the spell. As you might know, spells take much more power. They are much more finite on how they are used. But they do more.
Before I can...
Usually when you... I'm not done.
Sorry.
Usually, when you receive a scroll of mending, inside it holds the spell, not the magic. What you are doing is the actual process. Magic-wise, you have to understand what you are mending for it to work. Continue.
Before I can learn the spell, I do need to... It's how I usually do learn spells. I learn the barest form of it and then build up from there.
Continue.
One more attempt. Oh. Oh my fucking god, a 6.
It's still not clicking on what exactly you're supposed to be doing.
Break it down. Maybe how I'm going about it is a little different, because if I'm... Usually with bones, I picture filling in, like, the bone marrow, the material to mend the wound. With this, maybe I need to think about a different way of going about it, like... melting, maybe?
Bonding.
Bonding. One more time. Please. 19!
Advantage. Alright, you're good. Now that you've had that in mind, you have the layer of mana. As it presses against it, the line gets thinner and thinner as the mana is being used to perform molecular bonding to quite literally condense it to fill the hole with the same density of molecules that's in the rest of the vase. So yeah, it bonds, so it's fixed.
There we go.
Congratulations.
Okay. That seems to be at least the trick for ceramic, which close enough to this. So that's good start.
Now that you understand how to mend a small piece, smash.
Fucking. What? Was that fucking necessary?
Very.
You wasted energy again just to fucking shatter a fucking. God, fucking. I have to put all of these together before I can even do any of this. This is gonna.
Correct.
Fuck it, I'm getting pliers. Not picking up ceramic just barehanded. Because how many fucking little pieces you made.
What is it going to do? Cut you?
No, I can't. It's picking them up and putting them. You need to be it's a delicate process if I want to put them together.
Do you not have wind magic? Or water?
It's not as strong as it used to be.
Then simply use mana.
Wait, hang on. Just gonna draw a binding rune, just in the general area, with a little added instruction to try and, with a little added thing to only apply to the vase pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll put mana into it.
Okay, they're bound to the table.
Fuck.
When I said use mana, I did not mean that.
The shaping of mana is a little. It's also gotta be precise. He's just gonna undo the rune.
You know how to make mana armor, correct?
Yes.
What about making it instead of a solid, a liquid? Make it around your hand. You can manipulate what is inside. This is the premise of another ability. Saturate an area with your energy so you can control what is within. Do you know what ability I speak of?
That sounds like what gods do.
Domain.
I'll give it a try.
You need not do it for an entire area around you, simply around your hands. Condense it to almost liquid. It will be hands later. You'll need to be able to do it in both for what comes next.
Alright. He's gonna do so. The mana will form around, it will start around his hand like armor, but then it will look like it almost melts around the hand until it's like, until it almost looks like water is around it.
Bigger.
It'll be almost like there's a orb around it.
Yeah. Orb. Now bring it over the pieces. And pick them up. Not with your hand, with your mana. And a character, picking up, this is going to be weird because I don't think he's ever done this before. So, that being the case, he's immediately going to notice his sensory wise, there's a lot. You can feel every grain of wood, every callus and scale and area between the scales, every little piece of ceramic you pick up, you can feel the sharp edge, the clay that was baked into it, you can feel every roughness of it, the little air bubbles.
Oh,
It's very heavy sensory.
that's weird. And he's gonna comment on that, but you're gonna see a glint in his eye, like a very, very, very curious, like, fascination.
Ooh, new toy?
This is so weird. I can feel
Be careful. What you're doing is connected to the centers of your brain that controls sensory. Do not pick up more than you can take.
Well, luckily for
Do
me.
recall that if you get overstimulated, you will frenzy.
You're right. I was gonna say sensory magic is one of my best ones, but when you put it like that. Okay.
I'm confident you'll be able to at least do this. But in the future, be wary. Now, inside of the manor, manipulate it to fit the pieces. You can feel, no matter how small, what their shape is. Put it together like a puzzle.
Alright, he's gonna do so. Carefully putting the pieces together and keeping them in place.
It's working a lot better than you probably thought it would. Oh wow, Shishan's actually a good teacher.
Alright, and then after like a minute, the vases, you know, it's still cracked all over, but it's together.
Yeah. Now mend.
Alright, and he'll do so, keeping the whole bonding thing in mind.
And yeah. Slowly, it will. It's taking a lot of mana, but it'll work.
And once it's complete, he'll lower it back onto the table carefully and then disperse the mana around his hand. That's a lot more taxing than I thought it'd be. Yeah, I have a decent mana pool. But
You're welcome.
thank you. There are a lot of possibilities with this. And just that in general, I could already think of so many things I could do with that. Wonder how runes would affect that as well, if I could do multiple at once. Different kinds, maybe.
Careful.
What?
Do not try to stretch yourself too thin. If I were you, I would not try to dabble with runes with this form of magic as of yet. The consequences of failure would be dire.
Why do you say that?
Because you are using mana to write runes. And I do not mean a controlled flow. Your hand will be surrounded with it. Do you understand how condensed that is if someone can physically fucking see it? One miscalculation. One rune that's off even by a centimeter, a millimeter. Drawn improperly, or accidentally triggered because of the mana surrounding it. And you could shatter yourself.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not gonna go overboard with this, but I'm going to eventually test and add things onto it, seeing what I can handle.
In a safe environment when you are not horrifically sleep deprived.
Of course, not right now. Not here. God, no. Probably do it back at the company.
The gleam
area.
in your eye said you were about to try many things.
I wasn't about to try it here, but I was excited to. Listen, I've been a mage for like 20 years, and that was something I didn't know that I could do. So, it's something new. It's finally something new.
Children.
Come on. I literally dedicated my life to learning magic and shit like that.
Your life is still short. You've barely lived.
I mean, in your eyes. To be fair, though, my situation was also... Honestly, nothing's changed. I'm still aging, but I'm not aging physically. Like, that wasn't ever... That's not gonna be an issue for me, regardless.
Mm.
I probably am going to... I'm probably not gonna age much beyond this, honestly.
It is considered your prime, so yes.
Yeah, I mean, being 21 was my prime. Though one would argue I reached it when I became jury. I'm a little curious about something, actually. I made sure to bring most of my notes with me when I left, including the ones that were used to create several of the artifacts, several of the concoctions, and several of the constructs that were used, including the Sentinels. A lot of those formulas were of my own making, and by my own runic language, slightly altered. The only person who might be able to crack it would be Jonah, but he wasn't really ready, at least not yet. So, if they ever have any sentinels around, I don't know if they'll be as strong or as effective as they were before. And if they're the same ones, I know the weak points.
Dangerous assumption to make.
Potentially, but a possibility regardless.
Your sentinels are not known for their power, but their balance. And the ones my kin had fought, they were much stronger.
Rudimentary,
But
though.
much more unstable. This Jonah, perhaps they can, as you put it, take a crack at it. But with no jury to fill the role. Do you truly believe that Purity would let that space in her army be void?
No. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Jonah was immediately put in my position, even if he
I
wasn't
meant
ready.
the sentinels.
No. But what I'm saying is she try to fill in the void with other things that might not be as crafted, as balanced as you put it. Now, if it's the same thing like you guys faced and it's unstable, there are workarounds and obvious weaknesses that can be exploited. It's what I literally spent years perfecting and fixing.
Be wary.
Of course. But have a little bit of faith in my knowledge of these things.
I have full faith in your knowledge. I do not have faith in your pride.
This isn't me being prideful.
No, it is you being confident.
And
Secure in the knowledge that you have. Secure in the fact that you can find weaknesses. This is pride. You are smart. I know that you are capable. I have full belief that you can utilize the information that you have at your disposal. What I do not have belief in is the overconfidence that you tend to have. I say be wary. You say you will. But you will not be wary enough. Do not hold to believe that just because you are a jury, just because you understand how those sentinels work, you will understand how these ones will. They could not be the same, they can be the same. That does not mean they are. Those weaknesses you learned might become traps to ensnare you.
fair point. I still don't understand one thing when you put it like that, though. Why she didn't smite me down as soon as she realized what happened. She realized it enough to break off the connection she had made with me all those years ago. But why not do the job and get it done and over with, especially with how she's been acting as of late?
I cannot claim to know their mind. And what you have taught me, it is different than the purity I had known of.
When
I cannot give you the answer you seek.
I became jury, I had a chance to speak with them. That was where we made our pact. And I thought I had an understanding of how they were. But in terms of recent, before all of this, she seemed more less wanting to ask things of others in a delicate way, but more so demand order. Threaten. It was interesting. She
All I
used
can
to.
say is, be on your guard. I do not need to know of the purity that you had followed. At least now is not the time. You need to shower.
What? You can't fucking smell me.
No, but I'm imagining the stench and it's disgusting.
You can't. That's not how that works. You can't imagine something.
Oh, yes, I can.
You're-
Shower.
You're a ghost. That's not how that.
You look dirty.
It's not like I wasn't. I just can't believe you'd say I smell when you can't. Fucking hell. Are you gonna...
No.
Good. I'm gonna place the... This will say there's a little table here. I'm gonna place the stone right here.
Good.
Glad we could agree on that. That'd be fucking weird. Okay. See?
Scene.
I love how I didn't even have to fully ask. I was just like, are you gonna... And they said no, and I'm like, good.
No.
Thank God.
I love how these guys are just two assholes.
Basically.
How to make friends 101. Have you tried not being an asshole?
He says an asshole.
He said, literally, I was gonna... I wish I brought that up, like, speak for yourself, bitch.
Yes, but I can back it up.
He ain't wrong.
Unfortunately, no.
I love the fucking relate. These two are too much alike.
It's...
These two fucks.
I don't think either of them are at the stage where they would admit it, though.
No.
No. I'm very curious for whenever we do eventually have that encounter with Isaiah and the other Kaleidoscope people, if, you know, we do manage to get fucking Jishan to, you know, appear and talk. I wonder what he's gonna say.
I wonder.
It'll be interesting.
Hey.
Now I have to ask, with the whole fucking with the what do I call it? The ball, the metal thing, the bangle, whatever the fuck. You said that if they try and attack me and harm me, I can, you know, I have to, you know, repay, you know.
It's the
deliver
eye
that.
for the eye. It's eye for an eye mentality.
No.
So if they mean to do you harm, you'll mean to do them harm.
Does that
If they
include,
attack, you attack.
does that include if they like try to restrain me or, you know?
If it's to do you harm, they're gonna do harm.
No, if they
So if they mean to talk with you, you're gonna have to talk.
So if they had the intention to, you know, talk to me, but they still wanted to restrain me as a just in case, is that free game?
That's free game. You're gonna have to talk, but if you try to restrain them and all that kind of shit, it's up to you.
I mean, I don't know if I can if I'm restrained. That's the only...
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the problem. Listen, as long as they don't...
It's just the moment they try to do harm.
Listen, I can still spit fire. Doesn't matter if my hands are tied.
Not you, water jet.
I use Splash. Dunks.
Squirtle and Charmander.
Exactly.
I mean,
I underestimated how much I like this model.
I mean, honestly, really, like, Isaiah is going in there knowing that shit could go wrong, but he's planning on going in there, like, if he needs to get mended or some shit, Well, actually, he's probably gonna have to go in there for recharging, Shishan again, since once I get the pieces to my arm, he's gonna fix that, and then he's gonna be tiny again. And then, fuck, what was I gonna say? Thinking, and if, they try, I'm going in there with the intent to be in and out, and if they find me, I'm gonna try and run. Which, of course, if the person whoever has the thing throws it and it lands on me, well, I can't really,
Yeah.
leave. Especially if they want to talk, I have to, stay and talk. And if they want to fight, I have to stay and fight. What will happen if they try and take the stone from me, other than the fact that I'm not gonna want to part from it?
Remember, he's holding back all of the other shit. So not only is shit going to start happening at once, but I have to roll some dice because, the process isn't done, guys. Luckily, we're past the flesh stage. But, the brain's finicky.
Oh,
So,
God.
everything could hit you at once. Could slowly go insane, could go brain dead, could just immediately be pushed into frenzy.
Silent Isaiah. Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like the frenzy would be the best outcome if that were to happen. Brain dead would be horrible. Yeah. Insanity would be horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming a vegetable would also be bad too.
Yeah.
Having a fucking an aneurysm would also be bad too.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, if things work out that way, next time you go to Rouen, if Amelia's back, if she finds out about this plan, she's going to want to go with you. Because at this point, there's no reason to not be associated with you. Honestly.
I mean, I know, but honestly, I still have full intention to make sure you keep your association with me on the down low. They may know about me, but they don't need to know that you know me. Not yet. So honestly, he's going to basically just say, since Janshi fixed my arm, he's running low on energy again, I'm gonna be in and out. And that's really all he's gonna say.
If she finds out, you're in so much fucking trouble. So much trouble. Plus, Tari as well. Tari's got you back.
Yeah. Thank you for the fail saves.
I got you, Pookie.
Yeah.
Now I just need to get a piece of jewelry or some other thing onto each and every one of the other fucking people kaleidoscope. Any point I want, off. All of them stuck.
An off switch for each of them.
Yeah, just flick. Carrie doesn't use that shit, but by God, does she have some powerful stuff if she needs to.
Am I gonna be able to take the bangle off after this? Or is that shit stuck on me?
That's stuck until she takes it off.
Oh, are you?
We'll see.
I'm scared. Man, imagine if things, like, get settled and he's gonna ask them to take the fucking thing off and they're like, I don't think we know how to, and he's gonna be like, you're kidding me. You guys got something to bind, to, you know, keep me here and, you know, all that, and you don't even know how it fucking works? Are you serious?
To be fair, once again, she can see through it, so when you need to leave, she'll let you leave. Like, this bangle is literally meant to be on until you guys come to some understanding. Character and I don't think it's going to be in one fucking session, so it's till you guys are tentatively peaceful with each other, and then they'll take it off.
Great, I'm gonna be stuck on Ruan for a bit. Fuck yeah.
I told you you can leave.
Oh, I see.
Like, once talking's done, or if it's getting too dangerous or any of that kind of shit, using the bangle, Tori can override any of it and just be like, yeah, leave.
Imagine they're all arguing and nothing's getting anywhere, and suddenly I'm finding myself turning and walking away. Oh, this is happening
Yep.
now. What?
Goodbye. Adios.
I just leave without a word.
I'm not playing this game.
It's gonna be very interesting on how this is gonna play out. I'm really honest. There's a lot of things that I'm expecting to potentially happen, or like what the others are gonna do. I know Eric's is gonna be very gung-ho about killing me. I know a couple of you guys are very gung-ho about trying to do me bodily harm, torture. I'm half expecting to be bitten by Kaimana.
Woo.
I'll paralyze him back.
Exactly.
You know, I have, before I go completely limp, I can swipe the back of my ear and slap that bitch before I go completely limp, and then he's gonna go completely stiff.
Jinzo will like that.
Oh no. That's awful.
Oh, he'll be stiff alright.
Not in that way.
I don't know, man. Those tentacles stiffened. They could be used.
Mm-mm. I know what you mean, but I don't like that line of thinking. It's temporary. It'll wear off,
Yeah,
or
it's
until
temporary.
I bite him.
Oh, someone else could bite him.
Oh my god.
Wink.
Not fucking Nashu and Jinzo. They're trying to have a serious conversation. Fucking Isaiah's here, and they glance over to Kaimana like,
What the fuck? Glance over threesome. Oh. Oh shit. I'm gonna stop the line of thinking of, if you mirror everything we have the intent to do, what if my...
No.
What if my intent...
It's to fuck. No. Fuck that.
No, it won't be, but that's Nashi's line of thinking right now, telling you, just so you know. If my intent is to fuck you,
Don't tell Abaddon.
No.
Oh, hate sex will be legendary.
Wait, hang on. This bangle, if it stays on, does that apply? It only applies to Kaleidoscope, right?
It only applies to Kaleidoscope.
Thank
No, you're
fucking
good.
God.
I'm not trying to fucking get you fucking molested, my boy.
Really? Say that after the fucking mall scene?
Yeah, but that's Abaddon.
Okay, good. I was mostly worried about Abaddon.
He's doing his flag dance, trying to attract a mate.
It's not working.
He's gonna try harder.
It's not, when something isn't working, you don't try harder at it.
When something isn't working, double down, force it. It's like trying to fit a pillow in a suitcase. If it doesn't fit, you're not trying hard enough.
Abaddon is like the biggest fucking red
You are
flag
the pillow.
in this RP I think I've seen in a long time.
You are the pillow. This relationship's the suitcase.
Oh fucking god.
He is the person jumping on you to get you in.
Man, I know you can't play both of them, but hell would freeze over if fucking Leo and Abaddon ever met. That is those two in the same room, too much fucking aura.
Better yet, you would kill him if I had him and Amelia in the same room.
Yeah.
Which I can do that.
What do you mean?
Well, I could just have someone else play him because he could just take their form.
Yeah, I'm killing him.
At some point, I'm gonna do a scene of Amelia trying to do shit with you, and it's not you. You get to be Abaddon, and then you get to find out later what Abaddon did.
Oh, great. Now I have pressure to, be a big old little shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah, let's fucking go.
You'll have to let me know what the limits are.
It's Abaddon. What's the limits?
I suppose then I'll need to... I'm not gonna go overboard, 'cause of Twitch. Oh, great, I gotta be all expressive and... Also, can I just say, at one point, when fucking I was rewatching my VOD, when Kane had come up to, slash at Abaddon,
Yeah.
and Abaddon backed up, and he was doing this before shooting Hellfire at him. In my camera, it captured it perfectly, and I'm like, oh my god, he's doing a JoJo pose.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucker.
I fucking love him.
Also,
Oh, the poses when he was doing the arm out and he was just like, go on, do the thing.
my favorite thing was, I know you were talking to Cosmos at a character, but I absolutely want it to be a
Yeah,
thing where
I took a phone call.
you literally pulled out a phone and took a
Hello?
call, and I was like, is this bitch taking a phone call?
You could tell even while I was talking out of character, he's still doing poses.
Yeah, that's what because I almost thought it was an in-character thing, and I still kind of want it to be, but
Yeah, that's fine. In character, he was taking a phone call.
from who, I wonder.
Good question. Find out. Find out, Pookie.
Oh, I will. Also, it might not be relevant now, or at least I don't have a reason to, as Isaiah, to actively search or talk to Calypso about this specifically, but I think I might want him to go, figure out what his missing or his, suppressed memories are. At some point.
Ooh.
He doesn't have a reason, he doesn't have a incentive to do so right now. But I would like him to.
Yes, your suppressed memories from when you were 4.
Yeah, from 4 and below.
Well, to be fair, you don't remember much from that time. Like, not even just, oh, my character doesn't. I mean, I certainly don't fucking remember that.
It would honestly probably be mostly things from when he was 3, and up until that moment he was abandoned as a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
So that's probably maybe about a year and a half's worth of memories. And what, mostly what, led up to being abandoned, as well as, who his biological parents were, because all he knows is that he looks like them, or they look like him, but he can't really give you good details. He doesn't remember. He doesn't even know their names. He doesn't even know his last name, his surname.
I guess we're gonna find out at some point, right?
Uh-huh. Like I said, he needs an incentive to go talking to Calypso for that. Because right now it's, he could carry, he knows that he can, he just, doesn't have a reason to right now.
I need to figure out who I'm gonna tie you to.
Like I said,
I don't know yet. We're gonna find out.
it honestly really could be anything. And it, dependent, it could be really interesting too.
Thinking.
Idea I did had was that he is not from the Shard, that Purity. He is not from Ortis, actually. He was just dropped off in
No
Ortis.
shit.
Yeah.
That was never you were never gonna be from there, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
He's from a Shard. Maybe not as fantastical as where Ortis is, but was dropped off there just cause, it's far enough away. For whatever reason. Which would be interesting, since even if he wasn't from as much of a fantastical Shard, he still had a lot of potential with magic, so there's that to keep in mind as well. Here, I'll end stream.